prefer this one and this one, or would you prefer this one
The
and that?
two guys would be good.
These two guys right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really just a continuation of last week, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And so we're gonna attempt to draw this, and we're gonna look at we're gonna be studying kind of what they did with the face there. It's already a simplified little version of it. So what we can do is we can start with our pencil shape. So with this one, what I would do if we'll start with the pencil first, okay? And we're going to use a shape that looks. I'm just going to kind of pencil it in for you here. We're going to use a shape that kind of looks like this. Okay, so you're going to sketch that shape in real quick. Not so much on this side over here. And really, he has really a bean-shaped head. If this hair wasn't here, you would see like a very beanie-shaped kind of a head. But we want to get something like that right there. And just a loose form of a head. Don't read too far into it. And then once we get there, we're gonna get that ear shape in here. We're just going to kind of sketch it in there. And you see how it's very, very plain, very simple. Okay, so that's the shape we need to have right about there.
Around that way. Right.
Yes, sir?
Yes,
Okay, all right. Now, this is what we're going to do here. We're going to pick a nice central. We're going to go with his nose. How I would do that, right? Let's go ahead. Remember we was talking about how we would get that expression. So you see how his expression goes like this. And remember the end of your shape, this end of this shape should always kind of flow into, like it has a direct path into your head shape. Okay. So we're gonna just kind of lightly sketch those eyebrows in there like that. Okay. Remember, all this should be light. A good way to do your sketching too, make if you have a X-Acto knife or anything like that, you could get your pencil and kind of put like I like to have a longer tip on my pencil like this, so it just translates a little bit easier for you to do your sketching where you kind of hold the pencil from back here. So it kind of right. All right. So do you have those eyebrows?
hang on. Chick. Yes, I do.
Okay. Now let's look at how they did this nose here. See how they got a nice, see how full that nose looked nice and full. So what we'll do here, we're gonna work from at the bottom of the nose. And we're just gonna do something that looks, it's gonna kind of come outside of our shape a little bit. See how I'm doing that right there? And then we'll come over here and we'll wrap around it like this.
You'll get on a bit.
Okay. So if we wanted to exaggerate somebody's nose like that, right, that's a good way to do it. Okay. Now this is what we're gonna do here. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make the shape for that mustache. So we'll do like this. All right. And this is like our little, this will be like our mustache shape here. Okay. And then we'll just kind of put a little line here to accent the cheek like he did in his picture. Okay. Now, what I would do here, what you can't really see in his picture right here, I might add a little line here because it kind of makes that bottom lip. Now, it's not a bottom lip per se, just one little line there, and then we'll. All right. So now, once we finish that, Mick, let's go ahead and draw the bridge of the glasses right around the top of that nose shape right here, just like that. So it's resting right on the, like just about on that bridge. I dropped it down a little bit more than his. Again, we're not trying to draw exactly what he drew. We're just trying to get some of the concepts and ideas that they use in these drawings. Like this is a very, very Disney-like type of situation. And again, this is going to help you so much with your actual caricatures because then you'll begin to think kind of like this. So here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do my glasses and I'm just going to do a round circle that's going to go from here just like that. See, that's round ball shape. Okay.
Let's see. You there. You know, it's funny. I practice doing circles every day.
Yeah.
The day goes past that I don't draw circles and squares and.
So here we'll add another.
You reckon I can get that? Oh, that's not.
Yeah, you can get it. You can get it. So we'll just put another little circle right here. All right. Of course, again, don't get too caught up in trying to make it exact. Just
No, you can't.
you can't. Don't do that. This is going to give you a headache.
Yes.
All right, and then we'll just put a little line like here.
Nowhere near it, but anyway.
So this will give us a lot of tips on like the grandpa type style, you know, and then this head shape, especially, right? This is a really cool little head shape. I like it. That nice bean shape is very plain, very simple, real nice. All right, now look, this is what we're going to do over here, right? We can see that this is kind of a line where the hair would start right around here, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to draw this shape just like this. We're going to do the same concept as what he did without copying it exactly. I'm going to simplify it down to just a shape. So we got this coming down here. You see the top of the ears here, and then this is the shape that we kind of want right here for the hair. See it? He used a lot of strokes in his. Okay. Now, what we're going to do here now is we're going to bring this see how this line just kind of goes back like this. Okay, what we're going to do is make sure we can see that line so we don't overshoot it, and then we're going to do a circle type. So we're going to come up and over it, so it's kind of make a little shape like that, and then this is going to feed right into that line.
I guess I'm with you. Yep.
You see? Just like that.
Exactly what you're doing. Yep. We just finish it on that. Yep. you didn't do it like that.
Yep. Awesome. All right. And then we'll kind of make the brim of the hat. So what now these brims get kind of tricky sometimes. So what you want to do is when we get here, I know you're still probably working on that brim. So don't worry, but I'm recording everything. So
Yeah, that's all right.
we're gonna go right here. So see how I started here, and I didn't go too far down the head. I started very close to this shape right here. See, I want to build off of it, and then I want to come out like kind of like a little crest, like a little moon, like a little C shape, almost like that. So I'm just gonna stop right there so you can get there. Okay.
Yep.
And then we're gonna go down. So we're gonna curve the shape down a little bit. And now this is what we're gonna do. How I would do this is I would stop there and then maybe even come off of here a little bit so it'll tell me where I'm gonna land at. So I want to land about right in here somewhere. So once we have our flight path, excuse me, we know where we want to land at. Now we can just simply connect those two shapes together. And we have our shape right there.
Yep.
All right. Now, what we're going to do here is we can look here and see this line here, how it feeds into that line. You see the coherency between this line and that line there. Okay, so that's important for us to pay attention to when we're recreating the drawing. We want to see this here, and we want to see it flow into that line there. And then now we can also look at this line and see, well, where is this line going to? If it goes through that hat, it kind of is right over the top of the ear. So we're looking here, and now we're looking at a shape that goes up like this, right? So we know where we want to begin and end. So now all we're doing is kind of bringing this shape around and connecting it. Okay. So drawing, copying this stuff or practicing it is about a lot about looking at landmarks, right? Looking at your landmarks, seeing where things start, where things end at. All right. Now he has a little bow tie and all that, but we're gonna go ahead and go to the eye shapes real quick, okay? So what I'll do here with these eye shapes is I'm gonna go to the top of the eye. Okay, so we're gonna make it bigger. I'm gonna go to the top line of the eye here. Okay, and I want you to notice how when he came around, so let's say this is the top of the eye. Hold up. Okay, once we draw that top of the eye, then we can come back and we can draw this line here, this line and that line. So we'll draw this over the top of those two lines.
Hang on, just one tick.
Okay, so let me stop right there.
Thank you. Just one tick. Come on. What do you think? Right. Yep.
All right. Now notice that where the black is of his eye. So what we want to do is we want to basically just put our eyeball on this side of our arc shape. So all we're doing is drawing a nice little circle like that.
We're doing a line.
Okay.
We're doing where's the other one?
Okay. And then we're going to come around the back corner of this eye, but we're not going to go all the way to the front of the eye. we're just going to kind of stop right there. Now, remember his eyes are really dark. So remember the rule of drawing dark eyes as we put a light source in the same spot in both eyes. And then we color in the rest of it. Okay, now if we back out a little bit, we can see he has his necktie. So I like the way he did that too. So we'll go ahead. I'll start with the necktie. So here I'm looking at my necktie, and it's just about over this eye right here. It's about right in here somewhere. So this is right where I wanna center this shape at. So I'm gonna do something like this.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Okay. And then I might just kind of color it in a little bit so you can see that shape. Okay.
Yeah, where are we?
Okay. Then we're gonna kind of make the shape go out like this from here. So this will be kind of like your whole little shape here. Yeah.
Yep.
Now, you got that?
I have.
Okay. Good show. Good show. All right, now we can go here. I'm looking at this shape here now. Okay. And so we can see that shape kind of comes down and then kind of goes back up like that.
Oh, yes, yeah, gotcha.
Okay.
Color. Yep.
Now this shape, there's a curve at the back of the chin right here, of the chin shape. So it looks kind of like it kind of curves out like this first. And then this is that's the end, and this is the beginning. So all I have to do is bring this back this way. And now I got the bottom shape.
Right.
All right. Now, from there, what we're going to do is we're going to draw a jacket shape. So we're going to go with this V shape here. Okay, so we're looking at where it goes. We're going to go from the end of one lapel, and just inside of this lapel over here, we're going to come down, and you'll see this will be like our little V shape here. So this is teaching us again that when we draw our own caricature, we know how to do this type of stuff because we're practicing it already in a cartoon type of situation.
Yep, gotcha.
All right, now what we want to do is we want to look at our shoulder shapes here and see how they kind of flow off of everything. So again, pretend there's a line going straight through your drawing. Okay, like this. So we can see that this is about where it lands. This is our flight path. So this is where we want to put the other part of our jacket at. Okay. And if we do this flight path, we can see that this one kind of goes from here. So it's like it goes straight up through the nose, through the eye. So it looks like it's going just like this. So now we would draw the other shape like that. Okay. So if you ever get lost, look for that angle right through the face. Like if you know what I mean? And you can see here, I can just draw a little arrow and you can see we went right through here. And then here, where did we go? We went straight here. So we want to go straight here. So this would be our flight path that way. If we had a line going straight through. Okay. And then now we can just do some little finishing touches. Now you see how he did the wrinkle in the forehead here? See that little line? He only used one line, so that's neat. See? So we don't have to do a whole bunch of lines to put a little wrinkle in the forehead. We could just do it real subtly. Okay. And then finally, we want to go up here to our hat. And we want to draw a little line through here. Okay. Just like that. Okay, now he does have, looks like he has lapels on his jacket. Like, so what I could do here is from that line here, I can see this line is kind of making a little shape like this on the end. So you see the shape it left right here? That's what you want to look at. So look for corresponding shapes around your shape, right? This one right here, we got another little triangle here, right? You see it? So instead of trying to look for this huge shape here, you make this shape, right? Like that. And then that shape automatically presents itself to you. This shape you were looking for. Okay. I would love to see how yours is coming out, Mick. Can I look at it when you just real quick?
Can we do it next week?
Okay. I see you. I
Yeah.
see you.
Can
Okay.
you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. Pretty good. Pretty good. For our first time. And don't worry, we got the video again because this is gonna be your practice.
Yeah.
You got to go back and do this again. But what we're gonna do is for this one, we're gonna stop right there because we already got all the stuff down. You can do all your line work with your pencil, with your marker once you finish. But the main thing is that we have the actual drawing down. So let's see if we can get through this guy here.
Yep.
Okay. So we're gonna put this one aside. Okay. That was fun to draw. All right, now we're going to do this guy. So how we're going to approach this guy is we're going to look at again at his whole head shape. So let's look at a shape here. I'm going to draw a shape for you. Here we go. I'm going to round it around. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to kind of block it off here. And then I'm going to come around here and bring the shape in. So it kind of looks like I don't know what that looks like. Looks like something.
Looks like what you drew.
Okay, so this is the shape we want to start with. Okay. And from here, just try to follow along the best way you can behind me. Okay. Again, the key to this is always looking at the landmarks around what you're trying to draw to figure out where to put your next thing. Now you can see here how he does it in the middle of his ear very simply. That's something you can incorporate when you do your ears, right? Okay, I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna draw this shape here. So I'm just gonna kind of pull back a little bit so you can see. And I want to get it done so this way we don't run out of time and you have both of these to practice from. Okay. We'll come over here and draw this shape here. Okay. We're going to draw this shape here. Okay. Now I'm going to go up here and I'm going to making my My shape's nice and simple. Hold on, let me pull my hand back so you can see. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to do this. We're going to look at that brow shape so we can see here the angle that is. See that shape is leaving up here? See right, that shape, how it's leaving a shape like this. So that's how we know where to put our brow shape at. So we're going to go just like that. Right, and not too much into the forehead because we want to. So we want to do something like that, and we just want to make a nice little shape. Flows right into the side of the head shape. Okay, good stuff. And I'll just color those in so you can see the shape real definitely. Okay. Now, what I'll do here, I'm going to go ahead right to my nose shape. So again, we can see how he's using this to make that full nose shape. See how that full, this is, so when you're doing a caricature, you want to make a nice full nose shape. This is how, see how it doesn't have a lot of details in this nose? So it looks more cartoon. It looks more whimsical and playful and Disneyland, you know? Okay. All right. Now we're gonna do this little. We're gonna do this shape right here. We're gonna go with the middle of the mouth first. Okay, and then we're gonna kind of curve over here and curve down here and give them a little mustache. Just like that. Okay, now he used a very similar technique on these eyes as the last cartoon. So we can use those. I like his eye, the way he does the eyes on this. So we're just going to do two little, kind of like diamond, soft diamond shapes up top. And then we'll go ahead and make the top of the eyelid. So again, I'm drawing these two lines first, one and then two, and then I'll come over here and I'll add my shapes in like that. Dark eyes, so we can color in everything and just leave a space of light in there. Just like that. Love it when a plan comes together. Okay, and then he looks like he got a little bit of roundness here, just under the bottom of the eye. See that roundness right there?
Yeah. Long way behind, just keep going and I'll.
No, yeah, I'm making sure that the whole thing gets on video because then you'll be able to practice. Yeah.
Yep,
so
I can.
I'm not worried. I know you're not gonna do it as quickly as I'm drawing. There's no way.
Nah.
Not right now.
Nah.
That's not the object. This is practice. Okay, so we got the neck shape here. I already went into that. And I'm doing the explanation of it while I'm doing it because you'll be able to hear my voice in the video. Okay, so now I'm doing my jacket shape here. Okay. So just, again, look at the shape that it makes. Now we're going to come down here. You see this white t-shirt shape right in here? What I'm going to do is I'm going to create that shape. Then it tells me how to draw my jacket. See? Because now I know to come off of here and connect to the jacket like that. Now we got these shapes here. So if I'm looking here, we're saying this is coming across his chin. This is coming across his chin. So this is the angle of approach. I'm just going to draw an arrow for that shoulder. See? And then if I go here, you see my angle of approach is at the very crest of the chin. So it'll be about right here. Okay. So all I have to do is come down just like that. Okay. And we can see here, this is the jacket. So we're just color those shapes in. Okay. See how we had that line right there? That line right there. Okay. This line right here, when we were up on the top of the head. See, I pretty much got the drawing down now. So now we can, so you see this eyebrow shape? Look at that shape above the eyebrows. This is going to teach you again how to look at your shapes. So if you look at that shape here, well, when I'm doing my eyebrows here, you can see I can make a shape really quite similar to that shape here. So this is the shape we want to look at to tell us how to place our eyebrows. Okay. And then, okay, here, right? Here, you can see again the line coming right through there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's all about positioning. Everything is everything. When you look at the bottom of the ear shape, you can see where it's going to. So I'm making all these angles in my head. I can see them. I'm looking where everything is in relation to something else to help me to be able to create the drawing. Okay. And again, not only do I want you to pay attention to the angles, but I want you to pay attention to the actual simplicity of the drawing. There's not a lot of lines, there's not a lot of stuff going on. It's just a simple cartoon version of this guy. And it doesn't have to be exactly like his. We're just using these to practice from. We're going to go through quite a bit of cartoons here because I think now that you already understand how to draw a face, but now we want to take you from drawing it in this real scientific way to allowing your imagination to flow free so that you can create and make, like this concept here. If you wanted to make his nose bigger, let's say you did the same drawing, but you see somebody with that nose, you see somebody with a big full nose. Well, now you already know, man, I did this in a cartoon once and I saw this style where the guy did something like this, you know what I mean? And then he did something like, you know what I mean? Or you might want to use a smaller version of the same concept. You might say, you know what? I like the way this guy did it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go a little bit smaller. But I still like that round feeling that he put on that nose. So this is a nose you can use for multiple people. Then you have this guy's nose. We just learned about it. So when that guy's at 3/4 view, we understand, oh man, you know what? I remember this guy did something like this with his nose. And since you already know how to draw that nose, you can take that and incorporate that into your cartoon. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now, so what I want you to do, I'm going to take this and of course put it in video format for you so that you can follow along at your own pace. So everything that I did, you'll be able to go back and see. We're going to work with these two guys here. And when you do finish drawing them, I'd like for you to do the line work on them. In other words, just kind of, do your line work.
Oh yeah, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Once you finish. So I didn't spend a lot of time on the line work here because I wanted to get the drawing down first.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have the drawing. I feel like you should have no problem doing these, especially given the work that you've already shown me today. You're really good when it comes to looking at the videos and following along. So I think this is going to be the best way for us to proceed. Man, that was really fun.
Yeah, I'm enjoying. That's great.
Yeah.
I
So
actually looked at ones like that yesterday, and I thought, gee, they'd be good to do.
yeah. Well, cool. We was been
Today
on the
they're here.
same accord. So we're going to be going through a whole bunch of these over the next coming weeks. So
Good.
get your cartoon hat ready. We're going into cartoon land. Okay. All right, Mick. I don't want us to get cut off. Oh. Hey guys, I hope that you enjoyed that video tutorial. If you did, don't hesitate, guys, to go ahead and give us a like. Also, guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below and the notifications button. This way, when we put up new material, you'll be the first to know. If you have any questions about our markers or pens or paper, and you'd like to know where I get some of the materials that I use here on my art stream, there's a link in the description below, so you can go ahead and check that out as well. And also, guys, we'd like to welcome your questions and comments so that we can get some new ideas. You know, it's always good to have new, fresh ideas for our next and upcoming videos. Oh, and don't forget to check out these 2 super cool videos right here. So guys, thanks again for your love and support of our channel. You guys be safe out there. And as always, guys, I wish you happy cartooning.